Stop waiting for the muse to visit you. In the age of AI, you don't need lightning to strike. You need to build a lightning rod that captures brilliance on demand. Let's talk about the biggest lie creatives have ever been told, that genius is a scarce resource, a magical spark that only happens when the stars align. For centuries, the greatest barrier to innovation wasn't a lack of imagination. It was the sheer crushing friction of execution. Think about it. How many brilliant novels died in the first chapter because the author burned out on the second draft? How many revolutionary business models were abandoned because the founder didn't have the time to prototype 20 different versions? The problem has always been the bottleneck of human bandwidth. We treat creativity like a delicate flower, when we should be treating it like a muscle that grows under tension. But here is the reality check. We are operating with biological limitations in a digital world. We write linearly, we design sequentially, we code one line at a time. That is the old way. Today, I want to introduce you to a concept called the creativity compound. This is the B14 prediction that changes everything about how we perceive value in the automation economy. Just as compound interest turns a small sum of money into a fortune over time, AI iteration turns a small seed of an idea into a masterpiece through velocity. When you work alone, you iterate arithmetically, 1 + 1 + 1. When you work with AI automation, you iterate geometrically. You don't just write a headline. You generate 50 distinct angles in 30 seconds, test them against a persona model, refine the top 3, and polish the winner. This isn't about letting the machine do the thinking for you. It is about removing the friction between your brain and the finished product. The creativity compound suggests that the future genius isn't the person who can stroke the paintbrush the best. It is the person who can direct the orchestra with the most clarity. We are moving from an era of creation to an era of curation and direction. In this new paradigm, your value is determined by your taste and your ability to guide the system. Think about the pottery parable. A teacher splits a class into 2 halves. One half is graded on the quantity of pots they make. The other half is graded on the quality of a single pot. At the end of the semester, the quantity group actually produced the highest quality work. Why? Because they iterated. They failed fast. They learned from the clay.
The quality group sat around theorizing about perfection and ended up with mediocre lumps. AI automation allows you to be the quantity group at the speed of light, effectively guaranteeing the quality result. You can now fail 1,000 times before breakfast. You can explore every bad idea instantly so that only the gold remains. This is how you scale genius. You use automation not to bypass the creative process, but to accelerate the feedback loop. The prediction for the next decade is clear: the most successful entrepreneurs and artists will be those who build iteration engines. They will construct workflows where a single thought triggers a cascade of refinements, variations, and prototypes. So, stop romanticizing the struggle of the blank page. That struggle is optional. The blank page is a choice. Your competition is already building systems that compound their creativity while you are waiting for inspiration. Embrace the velocity. Become the architect of your own intelligence. The tools are here, the barrier to entry has crumbled, and the only limit left is the scale of your ambition. If you want to build your own iteration engine, subscribe now and check the pinned comment for the blueprint.